Hello there folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel, a place where I discuss different topics like game interpretation, spirituality, deeper introspection, and other such things. This video will be a short or lengthy depending on how much time I spend into it, but it will be a video about the modern video game that I'm working towards, mainly because, well, I haven't been presenting anything about it for a very long time. Though I split the two game projects, I have kept for this modern one the same picture for now. I will add a new one. Um, so I've been working on constantly improving the map with the dozens of RPG tiles that I have bought. I'm also willing to create a video on which tile sets I would recommend. Now, the point about this is I've been tinkering with so many things the last month, and it's been usually visual changes, um, adding these shades to give it a layer, an extra layer of realism, um, tinkering with tile sets to constantly improve the graphics and the qualities, and well, I'm still working towards the map, both this one, the ground floor of the university, as well as the main map, which is the map of the town itself, more like the city. And well, for those changes, well, they've been really painfully long, I know, and there's still so much more to it. But well, I'm heading the right way, and until I finish these and finally settle on the map, I cannot simply go on with redesigning the whole AI system of the students, since you will be seeing some students move around, but unfortunately their AI is well, to a certain extent looped. It will be an overhaul. I also added weather effects, which will be for now randomized. When the player begins a new day, there are certain chances of rain and such. For now, I have added this initial event, which shows the playable characters. Xandara is the protagonist of the other game, of the other chapter. And well, I left her in here because these two characters, I would, I still have many events that require this character instead of this one. There are still a lot of changes that I have to undergo. So I will simply, well, leave this character for now. And well, I have also added these watches in the left turn area. And yes, I truly dislike this constant sounds, this plugin. I don't know exactly why it is still heard because I disabled it for the player in the section, but well, it's still gonna be heard. I changed these tables. I made them actually, um I gave them another tile set, uh, and well, it's actually looking much better. Um, I made a lot of the tiles capable of actually, moving under them. I cannot step in here for a certain reason which I know. It's not a bug, it's not an error, it's not a problem. There is still one big error that is plaguing me for now. It's I don't know exactly what that is. It's a dumb reference. I get a cannot read property of undefined error. Most likely I screwed something up with a certain event. Um, and there is a reference towards an event that no longer exists. I don't know exactly, but around the time 7 or 7:10 it hits. Having so many things to change is gonna take a while till I fix that as well. These will be replaced with new uh, the new bench that I added in the game. So this sound is actually really, uh, you know, pissing me off a bit. So you will see some awkward character movements. Some of them are actually moving correctly. Still have some things to change. Some tiles like this one, they're no longer under the player. I have given them extra function. So if you see characters moving under it, I know there are so many things I have to change. I changed the priority and localization of tiles, which, well, you'll see some popping up because uh, I've been masking some tiles that I didn't need. Now, the entrance to the university, I've changed it like a whole lot for now. And, well, I added these benches. There will be an item that the player can use to actually take a seat on the benches. And, well, that's gonna be implemented. It's not yet now because, you know, it's on these benches you can't actually take a seat. They've actually been marked in a special way, and you know they will actually they will have an item which the player can use from their inventory to actually take a seat, and in some situations that action will be required for a certain event to trigger. As I've been saying, I haven't been doing this in a very long time. Like I haven't been working on the events. I've been changing a few of them a bit, just a bit, adding new pictures and the such, mainly because I've changed some game files, and the problem is with these game files is that having changed them, I also had to change them in the numerous events that I have, namely the character portraits. And when you've got events with like even 600 quote lines, changing all those will actually take a long time, considering that I also have to add portraits, different animations, different sounds. I moved some ME sounds into the SE sound folder, so I have to replace those as well. It's gonna be a painstakingly long process, but slowly and surely I'm actually taking it into account. Now I still don't know why these cameras stop when they detect the player. I've removed the parallel processing from them, and now there's a whole event that handles them. And well, I preserved the initial intro, um, which I think I'm gonna add a window background, no longer keep it dim. Um, and yes, the music still changes when you enter the game. Now I made this part as, you know, now you're capable of actually moving behind some of the walls. This will be implemented on all the maps, and well, it will basically be implemented in all of them. Now I really wait. I don't. Oh yes, the song stops because the this hour it's gonna change. Now I'm gonna disable this visual plugin, this plugin of Mog, I think. For some reason, there is basically a big problem. This plugin seems to work faster than the plugin I have created, um, and I don't want that. Okay, so this one will unfortunately go, or fortunately, I don't know exactly. Mainly because this one is showing different hours, and I was wondering why this there is this delay in between the times. Uh, okay. Um, You'll see that these shades in here, well, theoretically they shouldn't be because there will be some light sources in here, in the sense that I'll probably add some, I don't know how they're called, some lights, you know, above the player. These things are made with a certain specific purpose. I will be developing on this more, but for now it's not important. A long time ago I also added these markers, you know, to show which classes there are. Um, I'm still having a big trouble figuring out what to do with the doors and with some of the functionalities of such door, because for some reason they no longer work. Okay, so this camera doesn't detect me here. I have to change, I have to uh, see some visual aspects of that. Okay, alright. I changed the bathroom. However, yes, the doors for some reason still don't spawn, and I don't know why there's a blocker in here, but and as usual, the doors automatically close if the player moves too far away. Uh, Now I've made the bathroom. I've made the bathroom a little change. However, some the events in here don't spawn for whatever reason. I really don't know exactly why, but okay, no error still. So the scripts that are running in the background are cool. There is a little problem till now still. I mean, the game no longer consumes 40% CPU usage, which shows I've been making great efforts towards optimizing it. And yes, when moving around, it springs a bit, mainly because of that plugin, which creates the sound objects, and it's quite resource intensive. That's why the burst of resources. I think I will actually remove that because I don't know. It's a bit realistic, but I don't think I actually need that. Okay, so um, as I was speaking, I made some of the walls capable to move behind, but not each and every one. Okay, so some of the walls the player can actually move below, right? Like these windows. Um, there's a lot of work to do in here, but for example, in here, uh, you know, I've added these windows, right? Just like in Japan. Okay, I'm looking forward towards creating, as much sense of realism as possible. Yes, I know some characters stop around because their AI is not complete. I've been tinkering with 40 characters, so I only created, I think, the AI for like 30 of them. And others only have a very minute, very minor sense of AI. Okay, so uh, the player can fairly move around. Now I really don't know why you can actually move under these. Oh wait, there is something else behind and it's interacting with that. I'll have to check on these as well. Um, yes, now it's actually 9 a.m. but uh, as I said, there's a dissonance in between this plugin and my plugin because there are also things that happen through my timer, so that's why there will basically be delays. So it's like my game timer will be somewhat longer than the real life time. Okay. Now I fixed the illogical aspect where the camera in here would logically detect you in here, which is basically in another room, but the camera works only for here. I solved this little part in the sense that that camera is no longer detecting you in there. And one other change that I've done in some places is that moving behind walls is now like fully functional. You can actually move behind the walls freestyle. It's it's done in certain things. It still needs some tweaking, yes, I know, but well, at least it's fully functional now in some places of the map because I've been working hard towards this. Okay, and it detects me in here, but unfortunately it doesn't detect me in here. Um, I know there are some dead spots, yes, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, so you can actually move behind some of these walls. The part in here was a choke point, which I didn't like. It was just one single tile, and I really didn't want to allow that. Okay, so these are some of the graphical changes. Okay, these animations have also been turned into one single event. these were separate parallel events, and they were truly resource consuming. Like my game would consume 42% at least, and that's kind of a lot. There are still a lot of changes that I can do. Yes, I know, and I will be working towards that. Uh, each and every day I'm detecting new things, okay, new bugs, new stuff I have to detect, okay. Uh, like the camera is correctly detecting me here, okay, that's actually good. And also in here, okay, these cameras have quite a big range in detection, and in some cases it's actually different. Okay, so let's see here in the Geki Joe, if I remember correctly. Yes, this is one of the rooms of the theater club, one of the biggest clubs of my university. Yes, I know you can actually walk through here because um, I didn't create a limitation for this. Why you can walk is because you basically, for now, you can still do this. Um, it was something that I allowed for some of the tiles. Um, Now the fire here, for some reason, no longer starts, mainly because, let me see, it doesn't start for one particular reason. Uh, it was set as same level as the player. Oh, it's above players. It's above characters, but for some reason it's not showing. Oh yes, it's not showing because the switch is not triggered and it's only switched. Uh, okay, that is still glitched. And the fire is now functional. Uh, I solved some glitches around here in which you could step on this from behind, which was not the way to go. Uh, Yes, I know this problem appeared. It's a fresh one. I don't know why it's still persisting, but, well, each small fire at a time. So, yeah, as I said, you can actually move behind these. If you move into this part, uh, this one, I thought I removed it, but apparently it's still in here. So, you can move behind walls right now. It's been a long, tedious work, I can assure you of that. And, well, apparently, yes, I know there are still such glitches. They're being worked upon. One big change that I made, wait, I cannot join this one. I missed the chance. I actually changed the floor tiles of the science club. I don't know if these actually look much better. There's a whole lot of work to do in here. Uh, okay, it's the 10 o'clock break. Um, The biggest change that I really love so much is these beautiful windows. And, well, I thought I made this one capable of moving below, but I'll have to actually check on it again. And, I really love being capable of actually moving behind these windows. Like, it's one of my absolute favorites. I've done this recently. And, well, at least I ensured that this part is not blocking the player from entering the science club. Okay, and for some reason, yes, those doors are still treated as, behind, as same as the character, because, it's a bit tricky. I think I will be removing the doors because they will be creating a lot of AI problems. Uh, Wait, what? Oh, yes, I know. I also changed the janitor. Yes, the door was intently made to be above the player, but okay. And yes, I know, another glitch, graphics glitch. I also changed the infirmary word. It was, you know, kind of awkward. Now I don't know why this graphical glitch occurs. Oh wait, I set this one up as an animation instead of using the normal tile. Yeah, that explains a whole lot of things. Um, the ability to move behind walls won't be available literally everywhere, okay? So this is the infirmary ward at the ground floor, and now these will be some bathtubs. There will be changes in here as well. Now, okay, I don't know why there are still some glitches in here, but uh, it's not a problem. They will be fixed quite shortly. The gray tile sets in here, they were replaced with white ones because, you know, they are more representative of such a place. Now I do understand why I need to actually remove this because it's not serving me anymore. Um, and I've actually added two trees separate from, you know, the ones that I drew myself. I added this shade to show that the building is tall and, you know, there's actually shade from the sun. I added this beautiful part from Kokoro Reflections, and you can actually move around here. Now you can no longer step over the benches. You can actually take a seat, and well, that item will be implemented. And well, you can actually move in here and take a seat of the on the bench as well. Now you can actually go by the science club's walls and, you know, peek in theoretically. Um, and at the same time you can actually go by this. Okay, you can go behind this. I've added this in several other places. The this placeholders will be removed and there will be more benches added. For some reason these four, I don't know why they behave like this. These four should be gathering in here, but this one, although I've checked its programming, it should be coming in here. I don't know why it ends up in there. Like the step by step which I follow, they must come in here and sit in here facing this character, but for some reason they end up there. I don't know why that happens. Don't ask me. There are still a lot of glitches that I have to fix, yes, but I've been doing a lot of progress lately. I've changed the walls of the infirmary because there were these gray ones and it was kind of awkward and kind of bad looking. Okay, now the central part in here has also been changed. You know, there were those two bridges and, you know, the lake was much bigger. Now I added this one in the middle. It gives me, you know, like a much better feel, okay, for a center garden, which is basically the what I call the lovers road. You know, this is the Oka road. I still have a lot of ideas to implement on this. Uh, yes, this is an awkward animation. I know it will be replaced. Um, but at least these water tiles actually look much better, like really much better. So around here there hasn't been much change in this side of the building. Okay. Alright, so let's see. In the why is the Japanese name actually coming in my mind? I know it's called the Shokubutsu Club or the Botanical Club. Yes, finally the name came into my mind. There haven't been too many changes as of late. I know this part has been not ignored, but its turn will come. This is a huge map, so you know I'm not. I call it. I'm not capable of creating small things. This is the wait, what is was it called? Bureaucracy Club, Bureaucracy and Legal Proceedings Club. I created this awesome little piece here by my hand. Um, this is a place where people learn business. You know, it's the club for people who want to become business people, and you know, a little lore aspect. All of them except the leader. When you join this club, you also have to be part of another club at least and learn how to use the um, skills, to help other people, right, in other clubs, grow their that's so-called uh, little club business, okay, and always be of service to the other club leaders, okay. Um, this room will be broken down, I'd say. This is a amphitheater. It's one of them. This one is the bigger amphitheater. Okay, so wait, there are some glitches. Nah, there's no problem. Fortunately, that bug no longer triggered the cannot read property of undefined. Okay, this part has indeed been changed. I added these beautiful windows in here as well, and I've handled this part well, like you can't actually move below that. I also added this one in here. Oh, these characters actually got blocked in here. Yeah, I know, it's sad for them. Yeah, I know this guy has horns. Yes, it's part of the clothing that is typical to the Esoteric Sciences Club. This club is represented by people, they all have these. Oh yes, I also changed this part in here. Um, yes, I know this shouldn't happen, but for now I don't have any fix. It will be fixed soon. Um, so this is the bridge that people can take to go to this bridge, which is the connection in between the second main building and the science facility, or the science club's building. Okay, this will be these will be replaced with some apparatus. I've said in the beginning I've changed a lot of tile sets, and I've bought like dozens and dozens of tile sets which I will be adding. So hopefully you like the university tour that I've been having. Okay, this goal I drew myself because well, didn't have any. Okay, like I definitely didn't have any for the football pitch that I have, which I don't even know whether it will have any functionality or not. What I'm thinking of is removing some wall in here so that players can actually access it from here and not only the players. Um, and well, this is the lounge of the science club. Okay, the science club in here is having also a place where the science club members can actually, take a break. And now all the stairs that lead, to the higher floors, all the stairs are fully operational. I made well sure of that. Um, I know there are certain glitches around here, yes. This particular tile allows you to move over it. I really don't know exactly why. Uh, it's because of certain uh, you know, tile interactions. So yeah, for the moment, well, this is just a quick show. It's not much. I added watches like this, clocks like this for each and every character. This one basically would signify a black hole and, the two jets of streams, because this character is, spirituality oriented, and, you know, I couldn't think of another idea. I'm not gonna change the picture. If I put these pictures as multiply, basically be partly translucid, it doesn't work, in case you're wondering why I'm gonna keep this part of the screen blocked. Well, it's part of the user interface, and yes, I know it's taking some space, but I'm gonna make sure this is not gonna cost the player anything, okay? Um, so yes, I also added this in several other parts, like also in here. I think there's 5 of them or 4 for now. So all this being said, I don't know, hopefully you liked the tour around my university. And well, keep up the good work, keep working towards your progress, and all things considered, take care of yourself. You are loved and appreciated. And all this being said, for now, Ferenjan Board signing out.